Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy and excited to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you, to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Hey, this is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. I want to let you know that as we navigate through this season of grief, that mourning is a good thing. Excited to share our devotion with you on today. Today is day 259. This is going to be right on time. We're going to talk about I wish I'd been a better person. I'd wish I'd been a better person. I wish I'd been a better person. Let's talk about it today, y'all. It's going to be good. I'm not perfect. I have regrets. When I think about the person who died, I wish I'd done some things differently in our relationship and in the time I had with them. How many of y'all share this same sentiment right here? I'm not perfect. I have some regrets. When I think about the person that died, I wish I had did some things differently. I think all of us, if we're honest with ourselves, if you don't suppress that feeling, some of us, we suppress it, right? Some of us don't want to express it, we suppress it. But that is the honest to God truth, right? Check this out. When you see people crying at funerals, some people are sincerely sorrowful and sorry, but some of those tears and some of that hooping and hollering that you see, you know what it is? It's guilt. You know what it is? It's regret, right? Because they know they didn't do everything perfect. They didn't dot I's. They didn't cross T's. They got some regrets. They wish they had did some things differently, and now it's too late. We're going to talk about it today because no longer do you have to suppress that. We, this is your opportunity to really come face to face with it and really get an opportunity to express and get some clarity on it. I'm not perfect. I have regrets. When I think about the person who died, I wish I'd done some things differently in our relationship and in the time I had with them. And I would encourage you, whatever that is, write it down. This is how you face it. You can't fix what you won't face. This is how you deal with it. Number one, don't ignore it, explore it. Don't conceal it, reveal it. Don't suppress it, express it. So even if you write that down. If you take a moment, maybe not now, take a moment when you got some time where you can go somewhere and sit down with your journal, or you can, this is part of the process. Go buy some water or something and sit down by a beach, or go somewhere, sit on your porch, or go to a coffee shop somewhere. You might cry some tears. So you want to be careful. Go to the graveyard where they are somewhere. Go somewhere and just write down, what is it that I wish I would have did different? What do I regret? Write that stuff down, right? Let's talk about it. Let's deal with it. My regretful feelings are normal and natural, and exploring and expressing them is a part of my grief journey. I told you it's natural, it's normal, it's necessary, and exploring and expressing them is part of your grief journey. How do you do? Explore, write it down. What do you do after you explore? Express. We explore and express, explore and express, explore and express, explore and express. That's what we're going to do. This is how you navigate through your grief journey. You explore those feelings and express those feelings, right? What are those regrets? What did you do? I don't want to face it. Well, you'll never fix it. You're going to forever be stuck right where you are. And the way you feel now, you're going to feel the same way this year, next year, September 15, 2025. You're going to feel the same way because you don't want to explore and express. Explore and express. Explore. What are my regrets? Write that down. And get an opportunity to express them, right? But the second phase is learning from them. I said form them. You learn from them, right? I explored, I express. Now I'm about to learn from them, right? I'm about to learn some valuable lessons. In what ways will I change my life based on the hard lessons I've learned? Excuse me. In what ways will I change my life based on the hard lessons I've learned? In what ways will I change my life based on the hard lessons I've learned? Because you can't do anything about the time you lost. What are you going to do with the time you have left? These are some uncomfortable realities we have to come face to face with. These are some truths that we have to sit in. This is stuff that we got to wrestle with, right? And we learn from them. I was telling somebody the other day, like some stuff you just got to sit in it. It's like a baby's diaper. When a baby's diaper need to be changed when they wet or they done pooed on themselves and they start crying because it's uncomfortable and they want to be changed. They want you to change them. Change me. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to sit in this. Change me, right? And it's not until we change them do they stop, all of that. So there's some things, y'all. Here it is that's uncomfortable. We got to sit in. Yes, we got some regrets. Yes, some things we should have said that we didn't say. Some things that we did say that we shouldn't have said. What is it? What is it? Right? What is? I wish I had a magic wand. I wish I could wind it over you and it would be over and you ain't got to feel it. You ain't got to deal with it. But this is the hard reality. There are some uncomfortable. There are some stuff that we just got to sit in, right? We got to sit in, we got to deal with it, we got to face it so God can begin to fix it, so that can begin to change things. You say, oh, how can God change it? They did. If God can't change the situation, he changes you to handle the situation. So if God can't change the past, because they gone, God can begin to change and rearrange you, right? Got to sit in it. It's uncomfortable. You got to deal with it. And then here it is. You learn from it because you can't do nothing about the time you lost. What are you going to do with the time you have left? In what ways will I change my life based on the hard lessons I learned? In what ways will I change my life based on the hard lessons I've learned, right? The good news is that I still have time to be that better person. I told you, you still got time. Working to do things differently in my life moving forward is part of how I honor the person who died. A lot of times they come up with rules, they come up with stuff. They come up I think Amber Alert was based off a child that I think they got kidnapped and they couldn't find them or something. It's something like that. That's why they named it Amber Alert, right? Like we didn't do it right in this instance, but we're gonna from here on out. This is going to remind us of Amber when this happened, blah, blah, blah. We're doing this in her honor because we don't want this to happen again, right? They come up with stuff for people and they name it after people. They come up with rules, right? They come up with different processes and procedures named after people because they say, yo, we didn't get it right over here, but from here on out, we gonna learn, we're gonna do it differently. And that has to be your mindset. That maybe I didn't get it right in the past. Maybe that's gone, and I'm gonna process it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna face it so God can fix it. I'm gonna do all of that. But moving forward from here on out, I'm gonna develop my own Amber Rule. I'm gonna develop my own whatever, and I'm gonna call it that too, right? Whatever it is, I'm gonna call it that to ensure that I don't put myself in this position again. Now, that's how you navigate through the grief journey. That's how you can face it and start to fix it so that you can learn from it and don't make that. And not only that, but now you begin to educate and teach other people. I did that. You don't want to do that. Make sure you do X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you about my experience because I don't want you to fall in that trap. That you not only do you not do it, but now you start to pass on to other people that information, that learning, that legacy, so that they too, right, won't or can learn from your mistake or learn from your testimony and not fall into that same trap, right? Here's the final thought, y'all. As I awaken to who I really am, I live out my days with more awareness, compassion, and kindness. As I awaken to who I am, I'm going to live out my days with more awareness, compassion, and kindness. Today is day 259. This message is right on time. I wish I'd been a better person. Come on, I hope and pray this lesson was a blessing to each and every one of you. Hope and pray this lesson was a blessing. It was. I'm going to go back and cut this up and make some clips because this was good. Hope and pray it was a blessing. Y'all continue to hang on, hold on. We're headed to the house of God today for worship. If you are in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, join us at the City of Hope Community Church, 10607 East 56th Street. If not, you can watch virtually right here on the channel that you are on right now. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go.